Satish, go ahead.
Guruji, recently we studied that Taittiriya. In that we learned Hiranyagarbha created Virat. Virat created the three bodies of the Devata. That he created Devata Sharira, Manushya Sharira, and all the plants. That's what I read. That's why I remembered when you said this. So it's an
Yeah,
indirect process.
yeah. So that comes in where? Chandogya, or where does it come?
No. Taittiriya, Brahmanandavalli,
Taittiriya.
Sushti Krama,
Manandali.
Sushti
Okay.
Prakriya.
Yeah, it's possible. There are different Srishti Prakriyas, and you read one Prakriya and you come to another Prakriya, then you get confused. Then what is this? Then you read another third one, again it's different. It tells us that you don't get carried away by the Srishti Prakriya. It doesn't matter, whatever, whichever order it is, it's your choice. Whichever you take your choice, you pick, like that it says.
No,
But
recently
yeah,
we
you're
studied,
right.
so I remembered. Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. So that's a good
Because
point.
Chandogya, in Chandogya, there is only three things are showing. The Prithvi, I forgot what three, but only three are mentioned.
The two are presumed Adhyahara. That is, Vayu and Akasha are already assumed
they
to be
were
there.
not mentioned at all. And that's where Paramarthanandaji said that, every Upanishad has its own kind of Srishti thing.
Model, right?
And because it's not real.
Because it is because it doesn't matter. The theory that I propose for the creation doesn't change what I'm going to say about Brahma and Atma. You're welcome to propose your own. So therefore, science also, whatever evolution, this and all they have, let it be there. That's okay. That's your model. That's okay. What you want to find out, this model suits that thing. But for me, this whatever models I propose is enough too. So that's why if somebody comes up and says, "What is this video? Is just going on?" Okay. So therefore, that's why we are unperturbed by any new scientific discoveries, evolution, theory, galaxies. This we are unperturbed by. And so,
Gaudapada Karikas also talk about Srishti Karya in his own 6-7 ways. So some created for entertainment of God or something, like he uses such words.
Okay.
If you see the Karika,
Karika uses some words there. Correct, you're right. Mandukya Karika.
Right now, transcribing it.
Oh, you are transcribing it now? Okay. That's a long one.
Nearly it is 2,500 pages.
Yeah. So this Sarojini ji has transcribed it in her own way. So you are doing the literal transcription, correct?
She is giving the essence. But she explains as she understood how Swamiji and Paramarthanandaji, but what doing is exactly verbatim.
Verbatim.
My own words there.
Correct. Very good.
My job only.
Very good. Even the verbatim transcription is not necessarily easy to do because you have to pay attention to what he says.
It's very understand you. The whole thing is gone.
Yeah. And then you have to choose if you want to make some grammatical corrections or not. All these interpretations you have to do sometimes. Yes or no, that conflict is there.
Swamiji says like that, renunciation that a stenographer translated as remuneration because the shorthand form is similar. It's like that.
Remuneration, correct?
Swamiji Paramarthananda quote like that.
Renunciation. Swamiji said renunciation in class. So the guy who translated whatever, not translate. Just remuneration.
Yeah.
Remuneration. You get remuneration when you study Vedanta.
Srotra Indriya has to be very, very sharp and along with the Hasta Indriya for stenographers.
No, but see, the thing is this: to transcribe these things, you have to know Vedanta. Period. There's nothing less than that. You have to understand Vedanta. Then only you can transcribe. Otherwise, it will not work. Not work. Key place.
It doesn't even have the comma full stop with the transcripts, because I am, transcribing another one, and I find there is no full stop or commas. So you have to actually know what he's talking about. And sometimes, this, when they pause, it comes up like and so there are a lot of things that you need to for me to do like 10 minutes, it takes me the whole day.
Yeah, that's the thing. For 1
I
hour,
tried transcribing Swami Tattvavedananda's talks, and finally I had to apologize to him. I can't. I have a full-time job and I'm doing so much in Houston. I thought I'll do this also. Swamiji, I just can't. I was so embarrassed actually because I thought it was easy. It's not easy. Sorry. Hey, what are you transcribing, Anuradha?
Oh, I'm just transcribing one Sarvapriyananda's a recent one that came up, like how do you live in like what you have learned, how you manifest that in your own life.
Very good, very good.
That's why Paramarthananda says, Swami Sachidananda Saraswati, the Solar Energy person, always punctuates properly his bhashyas.
Yeah, sometimes punctuations make a difference. Yeah, Hariji, go.
Hari Om.
Hari Om.
Guruji, this is not connected with what you taught us today. This is in the chapter 3 of Bhagavad Gita, verse 5. There they bring, Krishna brings the term Prakritai Jaya Gunai. Guna born of Prakriti. What does he mean by Prakriti? Guna born out of?
Prakriti. Born of Maya, Prakriti. Maya, Prakriti identical. Okay. So, Prakriti Jair Gunai.
Yeah.
So, what is
so
it?
what actually physically the guna is born of what when he says
Nahi kaschakshanamapi jad udishtatya karmakrit karyate hyavashah karma sarva prakriti jairgunai. Yeah. So, sarva prakriti jairgunai karyate. That's what he's saying.
Yeah. So what does prakriti means?
Prakriti, so is explained as Trigunatmika, Maya. This Akarta Brahma, Abhokta Brahma cannot really create this world. Because we have moved away from that one God saying somewhere who created the world. We are not interested in that model. So we have to look for some other model. And that's the Advaita Vedanta, right? So if Brahma cannot create, Brahma cannot create. Why? Brahma is Akarta. And not only that, the whole world is Brahma. Correct?
Yeah.
Brahma is manifest as this world. What is the connection between Brahma and this world? The connection is the same connection as to Satyam and Mithya. Same connection as rope to snake. Can we say rope to snake? What is the relationship between rope and snake? Rope and rope snake.
Superimposition.
Yes, sir.
So there are several types of connection. One type of connection is the samsarga sambandha, then samavaya sambandha. Okay? Two coaches can be connected, removed of a train, right? So samsarga sambandha. Then there are certain things which are all part of a bigger thing, right? If I show you a clock, and what is the connection between needle and the clock? If I ask, then needle is a part of the whole clock. There are many parts, of which needle is one of the parts. These are the two main relationships. Either you are part of the whole, or you are part of a much bigger whole, and you are connected to so many things. So the connection between this Brahma and Jagat has to be properly understood. We say that connection is like the connection between the rope and the snake. Like, okay. Or different example, it is like the connection between pot and clay. What is the connection between pot and clay? The connection between pot and clay is one is Satyam, the other is Mithya, or pot is a superimposition on clay. Superimposition. Pot. Correct? That superimposition is a very big thing in Advaita Vedanta. And so we say, Jagat is a superimposition on Brahma. Because everything is Brahma, I don't see Brahma at all. You're saying everything is Brahma, but I don't see any Brahma at all. I see the world. Yeah, okay. You're superimposing the world on Brahma. Okay. All right. So now Brahma cannot do anything. Brahma is Akarta. But there is so much activity happening. Atma is Akarta. Life is all change. Constantly there is growth and change and, Jayate, Vardate, Viparanamate, Apakshiyate, all this is Vinashyati, all this is going on. Shad Vikara is there. Here, Prakriti has to be brought in. Prakriti. There is something that is responsible for change. That something is called Prakriti, which also depends on Brahma only. But the Trigunatmika Maya just comes along with the creation. Okay, comes along with the creation. And therefore, he says that Prakriti, he's mentioning it here. Prakriti Jaihi Gunaihi. The gunas are there. Why gunas are there? Because Prakriti means three gunas. Therefore, whatever is created from Prakriti will have those same three gunas. And so, he's using that logic to say it is impossible for anybody to what? Nahi kaschit kshanamapi jatu tishtati akarmakrit. Nobody can say, I'm not doing anything. Nobody can say, I'm not doing anything. Nobody can ever be in a state of actionlessness. Inactive, you said. Yeah. Inactive. So that Prakriti is a very important concept, really speaking. And also called Maya. Maya, which has two types of Shaktis, right? Avarana Shakti and Vikshepa Shakti. Suppose you ask, why am I projecting? I don't want to project, okay? Why, who's making me project? Well, that is Prakriti. She has two Shaktis, and one Shakti is cover. In order for me to project a snake on the rope must be invisible to me, as though the vision of the rope must be blocked from me. And that blocking Shakti is called Avarana Shakti. Once it is blocked, still I see an object. It's not like I don't know, my eyes are still there. I see something there. I don't know what the thing is, but I still see something. If I see something and if I don't know what it is, I should either say I don't know, or I will be forced to assume that it is something. These are only two possibilities, correct? Suppose I show you an object like this and then take it away. You might say, wait, what is it? What is it when you say, you're saying, I don't know what you showed me. Or you can assume it to be something, some ball or something like that. Then I tell you, no, it's not a ball. It's this, what do you call this? Bluetooth headset. Okay. But in the case of the rope snake, without wasting any time, I project a snake on the rope. It's so fast. I don't wait to ask, wait a minute, what is it? It's so fuzzy, I don't know. No. It is snake. I made a conclusion, it is a snake. So that Shakti, that is called Shakti, correct? Hariji, that is a Shakti.
Yeah.
That is given to me. It's a Shakti. And because projecting something that is not there is definitely a Shakti. There is no snake, but yet I say it is snake. Not only I say it is snake, I respond to the snake. It is real. I respond. My whole life changes. My heartbeat changes. Everything changes. It's real for me. I project and I take it as real. Shastram says this is a job of Prakriti. This is a job. This whole game is a job of Prakriti. And Shastram later on will say that Prakriti, if you understand, then you will no longer be under the spell of Prakriti. Okay? Because that's what he says. Krishna says somewhere, right? Maya, ajopi sannavjayatma, bhutanam ishwaropi san, prakritim swamadishthaya, sambhavamyatma mayaya. I have Maya under my control. I'm not under the spell of Maya. Maya is still there, but she's in my control. Means what? Not under the spell of Maya. So, here also Advaita Vedanta says that Jnanam will take away that spell of Maya. Correct? Jnanam will, because of the Jnanam, the spell of Maya will be gone. Maya will still be there, but I can look at her and smile. But in Vyavaharika Satyam, a Jnani can still look at a rope and make a mistake of it being a snake. That is Vyavaharika exam. Correct? That mistake anybody can do anytime. Even a Jnani can do the mistake. You can't say a Jnani will never commit a mistake. No, because that is all dependent on eyes and all that. Pramana. We are giving an example. So that can happen. Eyesight, anybody's eyesight can be poor, lighting can be poor, anything is possible. So, Prakriti, that is how. Prakriti is a little, not that easy to understand, but that's Prakriti. Okay? Good. That's the way to.
It's a very difficult phrase.
Yeah.
When
Prakriti.
when we understand that Prakriti is same for everybody, but Guna, Prakriti, Jaya Guna, but the Guna is different for each individual. So how can Prakriti produce different gunas in different people?
Why not? Prakriti is like that. That's it. You just said Prakriti because of Prakriti only. That is the role of Prakriti. That's the role of Prakriti.
Okay.
Everybody wants to make dal. 10 of us go to a room and make dal. You'll get 10 different dals. It won't be one dal, okay? You can call it dal, but there will be 10 different dals. Why? That's how it is. That's how it is. Even the instructions were also given. Do this, boil the tur dal first, then you do this, then you do that, then you pinch of salt, this, that. Everything instruction is there. Still, it's all variety. We managed to create variety. That's how it is. So it's a brilliant idea of the Shastra to bring that. And our whole Navaratri is worship of Maya only. Correct? We need her compassion. Okay, Mahesh ji, go ahead.
My question, I posted in the chat, but my question is like, we described these are all called Hiranyagarbha, and then turn around and said that is same as Brahma. So why not from the beginning say Brahma? Why to bring the terminology of Hiranyagarbha at all?
That is because our mind is like that. Our mind is only knows only multiplicity. Mind doesn't know Advaita. Everything is different. And so the universe has to be sorted out, has to be understood properly. How do you understand the universe? You can't simply say universe is Brahma and walk away. But what is that universe, you tell me? Universe may be Brahma, sir, that's okay. But what is universe? Just like body, I know. Body also is Brahman. But body, we talk about Stula Shariram, Stukshma Shariram. We have divided up so much. Dream state, this state, that. So many things we are talking about. Everything is different. So, like that, can you explain the universe?
I mean, if you, the way you explained Hiranyagarbha, or where it is explained, I mean, substitute Hiranyagarbha by Brahma.
Yeah, that is correct. So that is what, Hiranyagarbha. That is what he said.
So I don't get why we need to bring a Hiranyagarbha. That's
No, I'm saying, why do you
because
bring body?
Brahma is known to more people than say Hiranyagarbha. So it will be, in my opinion, it will be easier to get it across.
That is not enough. That is not enough. That is not enough. Because then you think an unknown universe is Brahma. An unknown universe is Brahma. There is a big difference between unknown universe is Brahma and known universe is Brahma. Means universe has to be understood properly, exactly like I understand my body. Then only the equality will stick. Yeah, so it's okay. Yeah, you don't have to talk about Hiranyagarbha, Virat. All these are words. All these are words and words and words. And definitions are there for these words also. And you're asking me for all these definitions and all. Yeah, correct. It may not. You could might as well use some other word, Might as well use some other concept and describe. Yeah.
No, my question was referring to because he said, so is there any other reason why Hiranyagarbha is used for something?
See, we have in our dharma, all the devatas are all there in our psyche, in our consciousness.
No, 1 minute, Jagman. What I'm saying is, like, if he says Hiranyagarbha, and then Shankaracharya explained, and right there he said also it's same Brahma. I don't know, these are all explanation of the mantra, right? So my question is, I don't know how it was intended to be by when it was told by Yama. So,
Yeah.
Yama did not say Hiranyagarbha.
Correct. Fair enough. So that is Shastram. So other parts of the Shastram, Chandogya, Brihad and all, if you look, then these words will be strewn over there. Strewn, literally strewn. And so Shankaracharya is helping us understand. He's saying, that's why you'll constantly quote also. I'm not saying it, I'm referring it to Chandogya, Taittiriya, etc. He will say. So Shankara will help us see some of the connections. But yeah, so the next best thing to do is talk to Yama somehow. But wait a minute, what are you doing to us? Nachiketa, okay, he's smart guy, but we're all not as smart as Nachiketa. to tell us something, make it easier for us. And the easier for us part is Bhagavad Gita. Because slowly it moves. And Vistar. So Bhagavad Gita is known for its Vistaratva. But Upanishad really can say you are Brahma, everything is Brahma. Why need all this? Why story? What is all this story business? I have not come here to listen to stories. Am I the story person or what? I don't need all the stories. You could have finished it off in 3 months, Kathopanishad. Why you are taking 2 years to do this? Yeah, these are all valid questions. But that's why I said a person who got it doesn't need any Shastra at all. Correct? Any more Shastra. Really. Shastra will not need it. A person somewhere, some paperback looks at and say, wait, you are the whole. Did you get it? You are the whole. You think you're part of the whole. That's it. That idea is enough. That idea may be enough for this guy and he can think for himself and figure it out. Possible. That's also possible. That's very possible. Rama Maharshi did not study any text, nothing. Didn't do anything. They brought all these texts to him. By the way, you got Upanishads. By the way, you have Bhagavad Gita. By the way, you have this, that. Okay, let's listen to it. Let's see what they say. And then he says, yeah, that's correct. That's the way.
My point is like, for all this studying this Upanishad, you need some prerequisite knowledge, right? You have to have you're not coming from zero, I guess. So some of these things would be known to the student. So I was wondering why, like for example, previous chapter, Yama explained 2 people came into the body and 2 Atma, and it's a Pratyak Atma and all that thing, and then try to explain why this is 2, and then somebody took off with that, that is why he said Atma is different from Ishvara. So, I mean, there are a bunch of people who explain like, so to me, they they're generally Shastram, I thought, is very cryptic, in the sense they say only what is really required. The rest is not left to somebody else to explain if it is not there. So having said that, here to me it seems to be more explanation.
Yeah, so the Upanishads are like that. Even Taittiriya Upanishad, it starts like this. Brahma vida apnoti param. Oh, that's the cryptic statement. The rest of the Upanishad explains that statement. If I didn't understand, I need explanation. If I understood, I don't need that explanation. And then Brahma with Brahmaiva Bhavati, another statement. This is how the statements are. Brahma with Brahmaiva Bhavati. Chattoga so big, my goodness. And a lot of explanation, upasanas and all, it's just all devatas, how the jiva travels and then comes back again as clouds and then rain and then into the plants and then plant jiva. Like this travel and all it talks about. If you ask, do you really need all this? Answer is no, you don't need all this. You don't need all this. So it's a collection of all the revelations that our rishis have got. And so it's all there. And so thankfully, Bhavakim is there. Thankfully, it is still there. And so.
Yeah, perhaps the Shankaracharya's explanation, one reason I could think of is that all the Upanishads already refer these to Hiranyagarbha at other Upanishads, for example, or somewhere when you say quoting.
You'll find that connection.
So he probably doesn't want to directly say it is Brahma, which is probably not stated as in any Upanishad. So it's a roundabout way of referring to Hiranyagarbha and then his own explanation saying that this is Brahma. I don't know. I don't know enough to say that, but I'm just saying.
Well, you know enough to say I have studied the Kathopanishad, and you've enough seen the Bhaashyam of Kathopanishad also. So that's quite a bit. How many people raise the hands out of the 9 billion, 8 billion people? How many people have studied Kathopanishad Bhaashyam? A few hands will raise up. Okay. So there in the previous mantra, Yat Prakritam Brahma, that also he mentioned. He introduced the word Brahma, right?
Yeah.
So Acharya is explaining the Upanishad, so he is not going beyond that.
Yeah, so since, as you said, other Upanishads refer to Hiranyagarbha, so I'm presuming he taking that path and then bringing to eventually saying, hey, this is Hiranyagarbha, whatever the mythical discussion is same as that.
It is safe to say this is not Shankaracharya's interpretation of the Kathopanishad, even though in normal parlance we would say it is Shankaracharya's interpretation. But Shankaracharya holds himself to such a high standard that he's connecting left and right everywhere, and to only show us that this is what it means. And you try to find some other meaning and you won't get some other. So yeah, so other Shastras also will be like this. Like they just like, look at this. Karana, Karana Lakshan. Yesterday when I was reading this, suddenly I said, my God, we studied it this morning. I was just stopped for a minute there. I was just standing and said, what is it? What it means?
Krishna borrowed it from
No. This is Shankara's word. Karya Karana Lakshan is Shankara.
I don't know when, yeah, I agree.
So it's all connected. So the beauty is this. We have to make the connections in our mind, right? Finally, it's meant for us. And so anything that doesn't serve our purpose, you just let go for some time. Let go. There's no need to dwell too much on that.
I mean, same way, like, Brahma and Brahman also is a confusing. So one is talking about our person, other person is you're talking about one.
Sorry, say that again.
I said Brahma and Brahman is also quite confusing. I wish they're used to different.
What is confusing? Tell me what is confusing. You tell me what is confusing.
We say, we at times say Brahma Ji, we to refer to that Brahma, versus a Brahman which is Atma, which is so.
So that's
I would
it.
have said, Brahmaji and Atma not bring Brahman at all. So.
Hey, Zoom Astivanava, Shishyaha Guru Astivanava, text Astivanava, Yama Astivanava, Nachiketa Astivanava, everything is needed. But then suddenly you say Brahman, I don't want Brahmaji and Brahma should be together.
No, I'm saying it's too close to, I'm saying. Too close.
No, but you explained it. You explained it quite well. I don't think you're confused. You think you're confused.
No,
but I don't.
I'm not. No, after so many things, I got it. But initially, it was very confusing. So, because the Atma, Brahman, and all is used interchangeable.
Right.
And Atma is also used for Sharira at times.
Right.
So,
like in.
Kathopanishad itself used to some places.
Fair enough. Yeah. Atmendriya Yuktam Bhoktetya.
So it's all.
So what I mean, it's okay. Even in our language, we do it all the time. We use the word lion to refer to a person.
I know we do, but when I was learning Sanskrit in school, when I was learning this, one of the books, one of the things we learned was the Kumara Sambhavam or Shagundalam and all that. At that time, the teachers would say, Kalidasa will never repeat a word and he will always use something. I mean, that's a. So they never. So at that time, my thinking was that in Sanskrit,
Kalidasa is known for Upama Kalidasasya. Simile,
constant
use of simile.
Yeah, so simile that, but he will never repeat the same word, just like in other language also. And very proficient English, also they don't repeat. But my point is that at that time he said Sanskrit has got so many words, so there's no need to repeat, and there are some subtle difference between. Just like in few months ago he explained fire or Agni has got different names where it is used. Agni versus Vani versus so like that he said that this is so when Kalidasa is used, he means one and only one thing. That is my learning from many, many years ago. So I was a little bit surprised why we are using Shariram, Atma interchangeably was my.
Because it has 2-3 meanings. The word Atma has meanings in different contexts. That's why it is. Yeah. Our mind is capable of grasping all that.
Yeah, eventually, yes.
So I think, and my feeling is that you are not as confused as you think you are. That is, I mean, just based on.
No. I'm not saying it could have been. But I don't know. I'm just saying maybe that.
Right. No, this is how the Shastram is.
Maybe other. I mean, as I said, this is the only thing I'm learning. So others in our group have learned so many other things. More knowledgeable. Maybe they don't get confused, but I get confused. So, or at least I was getting confused.
Okay, so maybe we should just relax a little bit and Brahma is Brahman, Brahman is Brahman, Brahma is Brahmaji.
Yeah, and because till I went to Delhi, I never understood. I mean, I never learned G word in Sanskrit. In all the
Right.
Sanskrit in schools I learned, nowhere G was used. The G is, first time I came across only in Delhi.
Delhi, yeah.
So
Very good.
maybe
Very
it's
good.
there in Sanskrit. I don't know, but I never learned. Thank you very much.
Yeah, sure. Vakpani Pancha Karmendriyani. Customer, once you buy a thing, your custom starts. Hiranyagarbha Devata Mayi Prana Aditi Jiva. Is this understanding correct? Sapna is saying. Okay. Devata Mayi Prana. I don't think someone can be. Yes. Yeah. You are referring to. Okay. All right. Ramuji, go ahead.
Talked about the two sambandhas, Samaya Sambandha and Karna Sambandha and all. Are these based on that, actually, based on these sambandhas only the different philosophy, Dvaita, Visishta Dvaita, Advaita has proposed?
Yeah, I mean, true. You know, the wave is part of the ocean, and that's real. And beyond that, if we can't go, then it becomes Samavaya Sambandha. The wave is separate from the ocean. Samsarga Sambandha. Separate. You are separate, God is separate. Okay. Samsarga Sambandha. Interesting. Very interesting. Then Adhyasa Sambandha. See, final Sambandha is Aikya Sambandha, correct? Aikya Sambandha. Identical. That comes by removing the Adhyasa Sambandha. So, good. So we will, any other questions? Not, we can pause.
Only in Advaita, there is no direct relation between the universe and the consciousness. The only connection that exists between these two is between universe and me is just appearance, superimposition, right? So when I say that I see it, that must be false. Like when you were saying earlier, object, it is an object, whether I know it or it is a snake in place of a rope. But the Advaita Vedanta only says that, okay, when I see it, it must be false because there's no direct relationship between me, the consciousness, and the universe. The only relation is just appearance. Like Ramuji said, they were differing in terms of the relations between me and the universe.
Yeah, Samsarga, Samavaya, Adhyasa Sambandha. That's what it is. And that's what it is. And so we have to be careful using the word real. I was thinking about We have to be careful using the English word real. That's what I'm
Right.
saying.
Okay.
So what we see is not real. That statement I don't like. That I don't like because I don't say that. I have never said that statement. I will
No,
never say.
I said, well, because I see it, it must be false. That's what I said. Because in the normal parlance, what is it? Hey, I see.
Wait. Because I see it, it must be false. Again, it's a dangerous statement. That's all I'm saying. I'm saying it's a dangerous statement. Because that means what? You're having Rasagulla. Is it false Rasagulla you're having or what? Hey, it's very much there. The taste is there, and stomach needs it, and the stomach is full. All these things are there. Nothing is false. Somebody can argue like. So we have to be very careful. That's why this English words very careful.
No, from the Vedantic perspective. See, I'm not saying, okay, when I see the world here, because this is real, because I see it, it is real. That's my statement. What I'm saying is, Vedanta comes and say to me, hey, because you see it, it must be false. That's what I mean. The distinction between what I say and what Vedanta say.
Correct. It's not as real as you think it is.
Yeah.
See, because if you say it's unreal, it throws people off. And it's not correct. Unreal means that way, oh, this guy is in a different world altogether. I don't, thank you, I'll do namaskar, I'll just do my namaskars and then I'll walk away. So we have to be careful. So that's why all this delusion, moha, and all these things come. Hey, Mithya, we have beautiful words. Paramarthika Satyam is there. And so Vyavaharika Satyam, Pratibhasika Satyam, everything is very beautiful. So Vyavaharika Satyam is also Satyam only. Different type of Satyam, not Paramarthikam like you have assumed it to be. Like that, if you say, then it's fantastic. Is it not, Prasad? Yeah. So in English, since you're trying to say it in English, your words are limited, not limited. But when I read books and all, they used to say that, not real and all, they said. And then I realized later on why such authors are so innocent. So innocent. The world is not real. Not correct statement. Not correct. We are all, I mean, Shankara spent so much time on this, so much thought has been given. And we have to be precise in those matters.
No,
Good.
when I talk to anybody who is not into Vedanta, to project what is Vedanta is saying, between Vyavaharika, what I think about the world, my relation with the world, versus what Vedanta would project it. So because I say superimposition, appearance, that again in English only I have to use. So that is the relation between the world and me, the consciousness. When we use Sanskrit, yes, the other things will come, like Vyavaharika and Paramarthika and all those things.
No, that's why. That's why, yeah, the audience is important, but we also must get used to using the right words periodically. Suppose an average person comes, hey, you guys are studying Vedanta. What's Vedanta, my dear friend? Suppose he says, say some things. But do you guys say the world is unreal? Not real? No, we don't say the world is not real. We say the world is not as real as you think it is. That I think is that person can begin to appreciate it. At the same time, I'm not saying it's unreal. Because unreal means immediately he'll come up with counter-example. You mean I'm unreal? Then what about you're talking to me? You're not talking to me. You are not Prasad. I'm not Jaykumar. What are you talking? All these questions, confusions will come. So just say whatever if you say should be accurate, whether I put it in Vedanta context or in the average Laukika conversation context also. We have to practice that. I think so. Because then, see, we have to act as though we are teaching, Prasad. We have to act as though we are teaching somebody. And when it means our language has to be precise. Teaching a child or teaching an adult, both, depending on, we use different words. Good, it's good. So, Prasad, you must be teaching some courses and all, no?
I don't teach anything. Yeah. Earlier, I was only teaching the yoga portion only. But after
you should teach Vedic heritage children and all. You should start doing that.
Yeah, so once I think I should.
Yeah, because you've been studying for a long time and you know so much. Yes, Swapna raised her hand and then she dropped off. I think maybe she had to go, so we missed her. Anuradha ji, go ahead.
It's
Guruji, Swapnaji wants you to answer a question which is put on the chat box because her internet connection is not very great. She has requested.
Okay, she's asking a question. See, I saw that, but I wanted her to speak it out because it's Hiranyagarbha is Devata Mayi, is equal to Prana, is equal to Aditi, is equal to Jiva. Is this understanding correct? She's written a question. Okay? So now I have to go to interpret the question. Okay. Hiranyagarbha is called Devata Mayi. Yeah, we know why that is, right? We know that. And then Devata Mayi is equal to Prana, she says. Well, so skip the Devata Mayi part. Hiranyagarbha is equal to Prana. Okay, that's fair enough because Sukshma Sharira is symbolized by the word Prana. So it's not equal to Prana. You can refer to Hiranyagarbha by the word Prana. Knowing that Prana is the most important part of the Sukshma Sharira. And so you can call Hiranyagarbha as Prana. Prana Shariram, that is Sukshma Shariram. Okay, that's fine. Is equal to Aditi. Okay, correct. So in once in the Jiva is equal to Jiva. Yeah, all that is correct. And how to understand that also we explained, right? So because that is the Sukha Dukkha Bhoga Sadhanam, Tattva Bhoga Akara said that Bhoga Sadhana, he used the word Bhoga. And therefore, that Aditi refers to that Bhoktritvam, Bhoga, Bhokta. Aditi is equal to Bhokta. And that is the essence of Jiva. So you can say Jiva. Yeah, I think if you understand it correctly, I think all this equality science is where a lot of explanation is. Yeah, that's correct. Good understanding. Yeah, Meera is going to.
Guruji, one is with respect to understanding of Sukshma and Sthula. Sthula, as Maheshji was asking, there are so many, different names and it is confusing. But then I was thinking as it gets grosser, you have different names. But then when it is Sukshma, it is very difficult to name it, is it not? Because even a prana which is Sukshma can be named as 5 different pranas when it comes to gross level. But the 5 is inclusive when you say it is a subtle, right? So it will not have much boundaries to name it separately. So similarly, I feel Hiranyagarbha and Brahma is a clear distinction, as we say, because Brahman is the one which manifests, right? As Hiranyagarbha. Brahman cannot have any attributes. So maybe that is the clear distinction I feel. Basically, you can't name it with it will not have different names because it is all inclusive. And that is one of the understanding what I feel, that is the reason. And second, to appreciate what Shankaracharya has done here to explain Hiranyagarbha, taken so much of effort, is probably because of when we get to the Stula, Shariram and all that, when we are constantly, identified with it, there is a constant avarana and vikshepa which is happening every time, even, and it is a blessing also sometimes. I feel the Shakti is a blessing. Otherwise, if a mother is not able to have that avarana Shakti with the child, she will not be able to exhibit that kind of mamakara, right? That is required for the bringing up of the baby as hers, that protection. I think the Shastram will help us to appreciate that so that we don't get lost and extend it too much to mine and ours. Maybe that's the reason, is it not?
See, any topic when studied, see, when I don't know anything about something, the plane is flying on top. I know nothing about aeronautics. If I know nothing about aeronautics, I know only 2 or 3 words. Which words? Plane, flying, fast, speed. These are 3, 4 words I know. But you talk to the aeronautical engineer. Not even aeronautic. Go to airport. They're not aeronautical engineers. They just deal with all the departure, takeoff, landing, late,
Landing
early. Suddenly some vocabulary builds, correct? And then what you call RAM. All these words are all
apron,
airport.
apron,
Huh?
apron.
Apron is there. All these new words you begin to learn. All new words. And then, of course, once you go to enter the NASA, then words are all very, very highly technical words. The more you explore a concept, the more and more concepts, sub-concepts will be there. So we should be surprised that when we are studying this also, some new words will come up. Finally, the Veda will say all words are mithya, etc. That's the beauty of it. But we should expect new words to come up. That many new words haven't come up, really speaking. For all we are studying, in any other field, new words too much. In yoga itself, I'm sure how many words and it's just endless. It is. Nadi, you take Nadi theory, it's a Nadi science itself. It's huge. Huge. You can get lost in it. And so I think words like this, we don't have to be scared of. And we don't have to. It's trying to appreciate the whole and the self. So, yeah, except these don't come in our dinner table conversation. So therefore, it all is new. It all is new. Why doesn't he say everything is Brahma? Shastra doesn't use that approach. Shastra doesn't use that approach. It will elaborate. It teaches like a child and then helps us through all the process. So all prakriyas are there. Because neither are we used to all these concepts. We never thought we'll be studying this Shastra. Did we think? Ever one day I want to study Shastra. I know the purpose of life. We have to study Bhagavad Gita and Upanishad. No, I never thought like that.
Jaykumar ji might have thought once at least. I never thought in my dreams also. I never thought it in my dreams also.
Same here, same here. Same here.
There's no chance. There's no chance. There is really no chance. For anybody. Even if you ask a Swami, did you think you will become a Swami? You will be. No, I'm not yet. I'm yet to see someone. Swami Atmatirthanandaji that day. So studying, etc. Not all you can say, I'm not contented with life. That's all they will say. I feel some emptiness there. That's all they will say. They don't know anything. They don't even know there was a Shastra. Swami also did not know there was a Shastra. A traditional family, no Shastra and no. Okay. Importance and all is not. But nobody to explain all this.
And I was thinking that Shankaracharya has explained about Paranchikani Vetranat. I was trying to connect, like, he says it's all, destructed. It's destroyed, as though. And then he's trying out of compassion to explain, okay, listen, this is what Shakti and all that, so that you reconcile with the things, like, it is like that, made like that, which makes you think like this. So let me explain what you're looking at. Because that statement is really, like, disturbing. It is made like that. It's destroyed.
Yeah, it's like this. I have a TVS 100, and when I purchased it, people look at me now and say, oh, it doesn't have a self-starter. So when I purchased it, it didn't come with a self-starter. I have to keep on kicking, keep kicking. If it doesn't start, I have to call the mechanic. So whereas these guys just do like this, and then it take off. I'm standing there for 5 minutes, this thing doesn't start. Okay. So Swayambhuhu Vyatarinat. That's what reminds me every time.
So that needs a lot of explanation, I thought. So this is very important.
Which that means which?
Because he has already said that all the sense organs are made that way. So then you need that explanation why they are made that way, how it came. Because we are conditioned in a certain way. That's what you said. Avarana Vikshepa is constantly there for us, preventing us from seeing things as they are. And it is also protecting. If without Avarana Vikshepa, protection of that creation doesn't happen. If everybody walks off thinking everything is Brahman, it is self-protective.
Yeah. It's all the Shakti. That's why Icha Shakti, Kriya Shakti, Jnana Shakti, Swarupini, and that.
Because we are capable of extending it too much, I thought should be an explanation systematically to understand things as they are.
Yeah. So, see, we don't ask the question, why he said Hiranyagarbha, why not Brahma? We don't ask it before. After a lot of study, we suddenly ask the question. Now everything is understood. I understood everything. So why all this explanation? Not needed. It looks very smart argument, We should tell Mahesh this.
But
Okay,
I always feel it's not understood enough.
That
Because,
also is there.
yeah, because if it is understood, then question doesn't arise, I feel.
That's also a possibility. It's also a possibility. Means we are all growing in our understanding.
Yeah, we are all growing. That's why we get those questions.
So the question there and clarity keeps on improving. Clarity improves. Even Swamiji says, and when I teach, clarity improves. Like that Swamiji used to say. And so
Because I
that's
feel even if we try to understand, it keeps growing. The doubts also keep growing. It's like,
doubts can grow, but the doubts can be quickly clarified. The person who knows can clarify very quickly. Okay.
yeah.
The person may not have had that doubt somebody else had. Okay.
Yeah.
That's possible. That's possible. But if the doubt is there, it must be clarified. Oh, I didn't think of it before. Therefore, I don't know how to answer. That will be strange, Occasionally, very good question. I don't know. We'll check with Swamiji. Like that, I will go.
But irrespective of the names, I feel like understanding the whole thing, actually, it has got impact on the bhakti part of it. Somehow I felt. I mean, going to the temple, I didn't get any sort of that towards bhakti, basically. But as I understand more of this, I feel like, it's some sort of bhakti in a different way. That's what I observed.
Yeah. Bhakti. It will create bhakti. Study of Vedanta will give us a surge of bhakti. Bhakti will surge. Yeah.
the
Because
approach
now
towards visiting temples have changed now with respect to, because it has given a different, we look forward to it not because of the earlier reasons. Now we look forward because there are so many people, great people who have visited. We feel the presence. It's possible.
Yeah. True.
Compliments.
You can't appreciate Karma Yoga without Bhakti.
Yeah.
Correct. Very good. Good discussion. So have a nice trip, Meera and Narayanan.
Thank you, Guruji.
Sunday.
We're leaving on Saturday evening, coming back on next week, Friday morning. Actually,
Very
Tamil
good.
Nadu we've seen. We have been to Tamil Nadu. Last time we went to Madurai, Kanyakumari. Prior to that, we spent about 5-6 days in Kanchipuram.
Hey, I remember that. Yeah, you were there. Right. So it's not your first trip. Any places? Tanjavur, you visited before also, right?
Kumbakonam is a speciality, and we are not looking at the standard, the tourist places, temples. So the more focus is on Divya Desham.
Very good. Very good.
So those are the not frequently visited temples.
Kumbakonam is a place of temples. Every other place. And of course, my father is from there, mother is from there. I was born there. So, and but lot of Muslim population has gone up every day. Where you go, you see very